knows, a clogged dryer vent uses way more energy than a clean one. We'll save you money and work. Call Dryer Vent Wizard of Chattanooga today.
We left the studio this morning intending to come and get a great cup of coffee, which we have found at ZaBrew in Trenton. But wait until you find what else we have uncovered once we walk through the door. Talking with Carla Parks this morning. Thanks for letting us come in.
Hi, how are you doing?
I am fine. So we come in your door. You've just been here in Trenton for about a year, right?
A year on the 28th.
The name gets you in, ZaBrew, which we'll hear the story behind that. Then your tagline, a drink you'll never forget. So I've got one of your famous iced coffees in my hand. But here's the part that I think people are going to remember, really, beyond the coffee, Carla. And that is your family's story of faith that brought you here to begin with. You feel like you are right where you belong.
Exactly. Absolutely, no doubt. So we lived in Utah for a little while, and my husband was traveling and the business started in New Mexico. And we were there for a while and we just felt uneasy after a while. It was like we were kind of ready to move, but we were happy. We loved our house. It was beautiful. And my husband was working out of town a lot and we really wanted our family to be together, so we were looking at options. And I was born in Tennessee, so my heart has always been pulled to the south just a little, you know.
Yeah.
And so we started watching a church online, RTTN, Redemption to the Nations in Chattanooga. My niece attended there. So we started watching and it just, it was one of those first fell in love situations, and we watched him for a long time. And we decided we wanted to go to a place where our family could be involved in church and we could be back in a small town, be around like-minded people, and my husband wouldn't have to work out of town as much because family is super important. So we waited and we sent my son out here for a youth conference. He was young then. He's the one that helped name the business. And he said, "Mom, Dad, we got to go. It's so green. It's so beautiful. And the church is amazing." And blah, blah, blah. So we're like, okay. So we waited for about a year and a half and lots of prayer. We sold our house. Then we packed up 5 kids, 2 dogs, and we came here.
So when we came here, we were trying to figure out where in their darling coffee shop we wanted to have the conversation. And then I saw that sign that says, "I'm just out here trusting God." And that's how you feel, I guess, every day.
Yeah.
Because you also had to have a lot of trust, I guess, in the community of Trenton.
Oh,
boy,
yes.
have they come out to support you.
Yeah, they have been amazing. I'm telling you, like, I was blown away. We never thought we would ever own a coffee shop. It's too scary. You know, a whole brick and mortar trailer was easy. And they have supported us to where we haven't even been able to keep up with supplies because I'm still getting used to, stocking everything. So everybody's been really wonderful.
So here's what happened in my experience. I came in, Carla was going to give me one of her famous iced coffees, and she said to me, "What flavor do you want?" So I was already eyeing the salted caramel, and then you added a twist. What have you put in my coffee?
Oh, just cold foam. Just a little cold foam, salted caramel, and
coconut.
Oh, and a little bit of, yeah, I forgot.
That's
I'm
the
so
twist.
busy. Yes.
So it really does elevate it. I mean, that's yummy, Carla.
Yeah, and the great thing about us is we try to be not your average coffee shop. We want to offer something that people are not used to having and have a lot of choices on a budget because we don't want to be, too outrageous. So we do everything cold brew concentrate. You can choose up to 2 flavors with no charge, and it's kind of like a buffet in here. You just kind of come in here and tell us what you want. We have customers making drinks. We do featured drinks every week on Facebook. We have a lot of fun, and it's reasonable, and people like it. It's organic. It's good for you.
And you have fun with the name.
Yes.
So you mentioned your son who gave you the ZA name. What does that stand for?
So when I made this, my husband is a pipeliner. He works long hours, and he was working 20 hours at one point in New Mexico. Legit. So we started making cold brew when we lived in Yuma, where the kids were all born and raised. And he said, "Hey, can you make that a little stronger for me? Let's brew it more than 12 hours. So we bumped it up to 24 hours, and then we got to 36 hour, which is pipeliner, and it was working. So then his friends were like, "Oh, let's try this," and then they're like, "Oh, you need to make a business out of this. Let's go to this this conference." And I was like, "Okay." So we made it, and my son, we were driving in New Mexico, and he said, "Man, Mom, you could survive a zombie apocalypse with this stuff." And then there came ZaBrew.
There came your name. So now you've expanded. You've got obviously the cold brews that you're known for. Then you've had fun. You have a brand new one on the menu called a Brain Freeze. I heard 2 people while I was waiting in line order that this morning.
It's quite addicting. It's just ice cream and cold brew concentrate, and it's really good. It's dangerous. It's good, but you just got to regulate yourself. And then we have our a lot of signature drinks, and that's one of them. And then we have a zombie killer, which is Red Bull and smoothie of the day. So.
Something else I love, and obviously your faith is what brought you here, and family is very important. So you'll see if you go on their website or when you come down to visit, your hours I think are kind of unique. So you're closed Wednesdays, you're closed Sundays, and you take kind of a midday break, I guess, for when your
Yeah.
kids are getting out of school.
So that's the beauty of this business and what we have here in Trenton. So we homeschool our kids. So they are with us all day. So we come in the morning, and then they're in this little room back here, and I homeschool them in between. When I have employees here, we work with them. And then we take a break because I have 3 boys and a girl and they need to run. So we take a break, we go home, we do lunch, and we come back because people want that afternoon pickup. We have a lot of businesses that are night shifts. So we come back in from 3 to 5 to make sure they can get their coffee, give our kids a break, we're here, and then that's how that was formed.
I know that you want people to come through the door to enjoy your coffee, and they will, but more and more people enjoy coming through a door because they feel connected to the business. And so I think hearing that story is going to make a lot of people interested to come and see you. Can you give a shout out to the Alliance here in Dade
the Alliance
County?
is amazing. Are you kidding me? All of them. Patricia, Sandy. If it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't be booming as much as we are. And I'm going to give one more shout out to Keely Farmer. She is the one that painted this. Daily Good Designs. She painted our logo. And also Erin. I forgot your last name, Erin. Don't get mad at me, but they work at State Farm. Matt Mayfield's office. So them and the Alliance is based. They have literally held us up as we started.
It is just an example of how small town America, first of all, is still thriving in this country, and there is a place for everybody here in Trenton. And I'll give you a fun fact. David Carnes, who's our chief meteorologist, his first television job was in Yuma, Arizona.
Shut up.
It was, in fact, so he may be paying you a visit too.
I might recognize him. How long ago was it?
Well, I can't tell you that on the air because that'll
Lord.
age him.
Okay.
Here's your
But you know
information
what?
for where you can find. It's called ZaBrew in downtown Trenton. I highly recommend the cold brew with the salted caramel and the coconut. And I'll tell you David Carnes' age when we're off camera.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
The total solar eclipse is today, and the Tennessee Valley will see 80% of this historic event. How are your local neighborhoods and schools marking this unforgettable day? Stay with Local 3 for a special hour of local eclipse coverage today at 4.
My name is Tim Leith. I was sitting at a red light. Out of nowhere, I just got rear-ended. I reached out to Morgan & Morgan directly from the scene. It was incredibly simple to get the process started. I never actually had to physically set foot into Morgan & Morgan. You can literally do everything from your cell phone. I was able to get emails, text messages. Morgan & Morgan got my initial offer 10x'd. And I never even got a check. I just got a direct deposit into my bank account. It's so easy.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some Rinvoq patients felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days. Some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. And many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Help heal your painful skin. Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
This year's St. Jude Dream Home is 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and could be all yours. But you need to get your ticket now before we sell out again. So call, go online, or scan the QR code now to get your ticket before they're gone.
Local 3 School Patrol, covering the classrooms in your community.
For more than 70 years, the Speech and Hearing Center in Chattanooga has gone out of its way to help children and adults alike with occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical therapy. And now we're going to talk to you this morning about a way you can help them as they continue those efforts. Minnick Oakley is here. She's representing the center this morning because they are getting ready for the first fundraiser called Heard.
Yes.
I love the name.
Thank you.
Coming up April 18th, right?
Yes.
At the Chattanooga Whiskey Hall.
Yes,
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
So for you to do all 3 of those things under one roof for children and adults, that's a lot of effort and manpower and expertise every single day, and that takes money.
It does, yes. So more than half of our patients are below the federal poverty line, and we are that access point to the high quality care that they need. So our community support is really vital to continuing to provide this.
So how does it work? Before we get into the fun of Heard, I love the name.
Thank you.
How does it work then at the Speech and Hearing Center? When people come to you, do they have to have a doctor's referral? If it's a child, does the teacher sometimes notice something?
Yeah, so we need a referral for speech therapy, occupational and physical therapy, but for audiology, we do not need referrals. And actually, yes, early childhood educators are some of the first people that are able to notice these developmental milestones that may be lacking in children, so they can be the first people to send over the children to us.
I'm going to kind of get in the weeds a little bit with you, but to come to you at the Speech and Hearing Center, do you have to be in a certain economic threshold, or are you available for anyone to come?
We are available for all people
Okay.
of all incomes. So the
Okay.
people that can't afford to self-pay are what helps us mitigate that cost for the lower income.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Plus, those people coming to Herd is
Yes.
going to really help to mitigate that cost. So, you know, the Whiskey Event Hall has become such a sought-after place for fundraisers like yours. You've got big things planned for that night.
We do, yes. So guests can come and grab a Chattanooga Whiskey signature cocktail, browse our beautiful silent auction, our curated local art, and then they can also enjoy some delicious hors d'oeuvres from 1885 Grill and learn about the only nonprofit in Chattanooga treating communication disorders.
So you will have a speaker there who will be able to talk a little bit about what speech and hearing does?
Yes, we will.
You know, I guess people get into this profession for the sole purpose of wanting to help people. And you can't if they can't come through your doors.
Exactly.
And this is not, I mean, you really are building, I know you're in the marketing side of things, but your therapists are really building relationships with these children and the adults and their families, because this is not just coming in one time.
Yes.
These are repetitive visits.
Yes, they are. So our patients do come weekly. Sometimes they even come twice a week. And so we really like to form that connection between our providers and also the parents, because in order for therapy to work, it does need to be implemented at home as well.
Do people come, so on the adult side of things, if you've been in, let's say, maybe you've had an accident of some sort and you've got an injury to recover from, is that sometimes what brings people to you?
So we do only offer pediatric occupational and physical therapy.
Okay.
So it is typically more towards children who are facing developmental milestones in their life.
Okay. I guess it also gives them a chance to have a community of support around them, because probably in their school day, they might not have that relatability factor with some of their classmates. They come to you and there's just nothing but that groundswell of encouragement.
Oh yes, it's
behind
amazing.
them.
And our physical therapist also offers hippotherapy, which is therapy with the help of a horse. So that's a great experience for children to be able to get out of the typical clinical setting.
Right.
And yes.
So we want these tickets to sell quickly. Word is getting out about Herd, and it's not a huge space at the Whiskey Event Hall, so you can't wait too late to get your ticket before you sell out. You mentioned the silent auction. Do you know when those things are going to be up for us to see?
Yes, we will have our silent auction up online starting on Monday before the event.
Okay, so you got a little bit of time to prepare. Are you still accepting donated items for the auction?
We are. If you would like to donate items, you can email moakley@speechhearing.com.
Okay, so here is the information. It's called Herd, coming April 18th to the Whiskey Event Hall. All begins at 6 o'clock, but really it begins when you go online to speechhearing.com to get your ticket. Do you know how much a ticket is?
They are $75.
That's pretty darn good.
Yes.
$75 gets you in the door for all the fun, your chance to bid on the silent auction as well as the live auction, and then know that you are truly contributing to what will be life-changing for these children and adults in our area for 71 years. Thank you, Minnick.
Thank you for having me.
The Go Red for Women Luncheon is Friday, May 10th at the Chattanooga Convention Center. Join us as we connect, empower, energize, and celebrate survivors of heart disease and stroke. Learn more at heart.org/chat. Go Red.
I'm Steve Mark. I'm John Mark. Hurt at work? Call us at 265-HURT. That's 265-4878.
Calling all generations. Plan your next memory at gatlinburg.com.
Relax.
Tell them.
Budget Breaks lets you rest knowing you're paying the lowest price in town for your repairs.
Your words soothe like the summer breeze.
Visit budgetbreaks.com for locations and coupons.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch support's going to do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Combine a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with a toasted bun that's great on the go, and you get Bo's Bird Dog. Grab 2 for $5 for a limited time only. It's Bo time.
The total solar eclipse is today, and the Tennessee Valley will see 80% of this historic event. How are your local neighborhoods and schools marking this unforgettable day? Stay with Local 3 for a special hour of local eclipse coverage today at 4.
Local 3 News. Coverage you can count on.
The whole world really has been reeling with the news of Kate Middleton's cancer diagnosis. All of us, I'm sure, are sending well wishes and prayers her way. And a part of the shock, though, of course, has been the fact that she's the epitome of health she appears to be. And yet now you have this diagnosis touching the royal family as well. That's going to kind of introduce me in to my next guest this morning, Madison Ralston, who is with CHI Memorial. She is the event planner for the foundation.
Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. Good to see you. And for the second year in a row, y'all are having a run over at the River Park, but it's not for one specific type of cancer. It's kind of for all of them. Is that the idea?
It is. So we started Elizabeth's Outrun Melanoma about 12 years ago, and last year morphed it to be the River City Ribbon Run to incorporate all of the cancers that impact our community and that are treated at the Reese Skillern Cancer Center at CHI Memorial. And so we encourage you to come out. It's a family-friendly 5K, 1 mile walk, run, dog, stroller, all of it, to come out and support and honor survivors and families and patients currently going through treatment and people who've lost their lives to cancer. It's April 13th, and it's a really wonderful way to kind of unite the entire cancer community and not just a specific diagnosis.
Well, I think that is a good thing, because the truth is, if you're walking a cancer journey of any kind, you share with anybody
Absolutely.
who's walking a different diagnosis of cancer, right?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be relegated to one lane only.
No.
So you've got these ribbons that you brought with you. Are they kind of lining the river walk right now?
They are. So our thought is, you know, there's so many colors. You wear pink for breast cancer, you wear blue for a GI or colon cancer, teal for cervical or uterine cancer, white for lung cancer, but that all of these colors can just flood the Riverwalk and bring kind of a spirit of cheer and joy, you know, kind of always finding joy in where you are in life and what part of that process or journey you're on. And our River City Ribbon Run really highlights the services that are available for all of our cancer patients, and ranging from both medical and physical, nutrition, spiritual, emotional, mental, kind of that holistic treatment of our patients.
I know that you do not wear a white coat to work every day. You're not on the medical side, but you do get to see the miracles that happen there every day. And sometimes they're not obvious ones, but one of the things that I guess Memorial has become so known for is their team approach. To the patient care. And so when you are a patient there, I guess, of any form of cancer, you are talked about. You are as an individual person.
So one of the great things that our Center for Cancer Support does, and all of our cancer kind of individual specialists come together regularly, and they will discuss with radiation, they will discuss with pharmacy, they will discuss surgically, oncology, counselors, dietitians, all of these people come together to make sure that patient is being considered from all aspects and that their needs are being met, and whether that's a new treatment that may be an option for them, whether that's, do they have the ability to come and go from treatment financially, transportation wise, are they eating the right foods to help them feel good if their medication is not helping appetite or things like that.
Right.
And it's, you know, the whole, like you said, the whole focus on the patient, and everyone is very invested in making sure that every option and every path is explored to getting well and feeling better.
Sometimes it can be easy to overlook things that are quite literally in your own backyard. We tend, even still, I think, in Chattanooga, to look to the, quote, big cities neighboring us as being perhaps having more more infrastructure than we have. But Chattanooga takes care of Chattanooga.
We do.
So when you come out to this River City Ribbon Run.
Yes, it's a tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. You saw me. On April 13th, it's all going back to the Reese Skillern Cancer Institute,
Absolutely.
which in and of itself is Chattanooga born.
Yes. So Reese Skillern was the son of Betty and Fred Skillern, who passed away from cancer. And so all of this money, all of the funds, the registration fees, our sponsorships, every dollar that is put to this event is put back into Chattanooga patients. North Georgia, East Tennessee, Northeast Alabama. It does not go outside of our region for our patients. And that is so impactful because it could be your neighbor, it could be your parent, your teacher in school, all of that who could be receiving these benefits that you're directly helping.
I love it too that you've managed to keep the entry fee low. Yeah. It's what, $30 and kids are 15?
30 and kids are 15. So, and again, we would love for everybody to build that team. If you want to be a cheerleader, come out. You don't have to run, you don't have to walk. You can absolutely just stand there and just enjoy a beautiful morning.
Okay. It is at the River Park. There's a 5K.
Yep.
There's a 1 mile.
1 mile.
And then there's
a kids fun run as well.
Kids fun run as well.
Which is generally about a mile.
Do you ask people to register ahead of time, or can they show up day of?
We guarantee t-shirts and things like that if you register beforehand, but definitely welcome anybody who would like to walk up and join us that day.
If you are currently walking the path of a cancer diagnosis, and maybe you have a doctor who is affiliated not with Memorial, some of those resources at Reese Skillern could still be yours to access?
Absolutely. So I think the best thing is that Chattanooga and CHI Memorial's physicians really have their pulse on who in town is a good resource and how to connect them. And we want to be able to promote that wellness, to promote treatment and access for any patients in Chattanooga.
I thought that would be your answer.
Yes.
So here is where you will find the information. Clear your calendar for April 13th. We're crossing our fingers to guarantee good weather.
Fingers crossed.
We're counting on it, but be there at Chattanooga State, the Riverwalk that you know quite well. It's a nice flat course.
It is.
It's a beautiful course. Bring the family, bring your kids, and if you don't want to participate, at least come and cheer on and form a team.
Thank you so much, Julie.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. Train scratch and dent heat pumps, 2 ton for only $26.90. Fujitsu split heat pumps, 2.5 ton, only $24.50. Don't pay big box prices. But hurry, limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
Your garage door is going to break when it wants to.
Here at Precision, we just want to be there for the customer.
There's nothing we haven't seen. There's nothing we can't fix.
Quality service quickly, that's what you get from Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
In downtown Lafayette, Georgia, the buzz is all about Pigeon Mountain Trading Company. We're your headquarters for all your beekeeping needs. Bees, hives, protective clothing, everything you need to harvest your own honey. We'll even teach you how. This spring, our standard hive kit is in stock and perfect for the beginner beekeeper. Take the short drive to Lafayette and come see us at Pigeon Mountain Trading Company or visit us on the web at pigeonmountaintrading.com. See what the buzz is all about.
Car collisions are dangerous enough, but when it's an 18-wheeler truck, the results can be catastrophic. Truck accidents can cause serious injuries to other drivers and even death at low speeds. As America's largest injury firm, we know how important it is to get the compensation you deserve. With more than 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices, and more than $20 billion recovered, we are Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm for a reason. Contact Morgan & Morgan right now.
Dr. Hernandez at Chattanooga Dental Care loves to provide beautiful smiles for a lifetime, as well as quality cosmetics, sedation, and general dentistry for your entire family.
Want a smile we can be proud of? We can help.
Enjoy individualized care at Chattanooga Dental Care.
West Yellowknife Trading Post has everything under the sun. 36 by 60-inch windows with or without grids, $149. All other sizes starting as low as $99. Don't pay big box prices, but hurry. Limited quantities available. You better get it when you see it at West Yellowknife.
Thanks so much for watching. It was fun, as it always is, to share the morning with you here on 3+U. This is a busy time of year in the Tennessee Valley. So many events and concerts and festivals going on. Mother's Day is around the corner. So we hope that you'll continue to watch the show every day, and we'll give you a sense of the fun that you can enjoy with your family. Have a great rest of your day. Local 3 News at Noon is coming up next. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Welcome to the Hemp House. Let me show you where the treats are.
Our selection of local
Local 3 traffic presented by C.
What's the name? When the kid came back and turned those lights off.
Oh, okay. Why? But it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.